All right, YouTube, so today we have 10 palm trees total. Most of them are the Canary Island date palms. We have a couple California fan, but ahí andamos. Miren, vamos a hacer estas palmitas el día de hoy. Deberíamos acabar a buena hora, son las 7:30 de la mañana de hoy, así que vamos a enseñarles dónde vamos a empezar. Ándale. Okay. We have this one, and then we have two smaller ones right there. All right, ahora les vamos a enseñar. Me voy a poner el equipo y vámonos. Ready Freddy. Ándale pues. Estábamos todavía con la motosierra de TikTok Shop, que ya dio lo que tenía que dar. Look what just happened. I adjusted the chain yesterday, and for some reason I checked it before I climbed. Maybe I didn't check it good enough, but the chain came off. It shouldn't happen, but since these palms, I was able to cut some, but then it actually got stuck, and I was trying to fix it up here. Since the rest, they're a little bit they're not as tall, but I need that power. You know, I can't be struggling. I don't want to be struggling. I want to be done. I got other things I got to get to today, so I'm gonna switch out to my 601. So yeah, all right, hopefully my helper brings me the chainsaw pretty quick so I can be done. I'm halfway done, so you guys will see the process, the progress as I go. But definitely take that in consideration. I do like the saw. I've done 18 palms with it. 18 palms before I started having any issues. More like 17 palms. The last palm was one of those Canary Island date palms, and that skin is fairly, you know, rough to get through. It's very fibery. I wasn't really cutting through much of this skin either, so you know, so take that into account. All right, here comes the 201. All right, guys, so this is the last of the 10 palms. I'm trying not to skin anything here, so what I'm doing is I'm a little bit further away than what I like to. That way, when I climb, I have space to kind of climb away and over. So and I'm trying to get, as you can see, I'll show you guys right now, but just be careful when you do this, especially if you don't use suspenders. I use suspenders, but I need to readjust them now. They're a little loose. Since your flip line is kind of like under and up, your belt tends to ride down. So you want to be mindful. If you feel it, you know, your lower back, like on your buttocks, on your butt cheeks, you know, adjust it, because it can slip out. And if you don't have suspenders, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be a good thing to happen. These palms are not that tall, but still, you know, that's a pretty hard fall. All right, let's keep going. Oh yeah, vámonos, vámonos. All right, YouTube, so we're all done. Aquí ya terminamos. 10 palmas. Así quedó. No podemos limpiar ahí los dátiles que quedaron ahí, porque pues no hay llave para entrar ahí. Siempre quedó algo, un poco de dátil ahí en el piso, pero bueno, así es cuando sucede. So there you go, YouTube. I'm gonna show you guys the ones in the front. There's that one, nice and clean. And then those two over there, also nice and clean. All right, climb safe. And remember the actual, I gotta fix the other chainsaw. We'll see how good or how bad it is. You guys might see it.